Everybody, welcome. Good morning. This is Yogalates. For today's session, you'll want to grab a set of blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use pillows. You can also use books. We'll also want to grab a set of light weights. I'm just using 1 pound weights. Feel free to go heavier. Feel free to use no hand weights if you'd like. And we'll also want to use a set of ankle weights if you have them. These are totally optional. If they become distracting at any point in time during your practice, you are always welcome to set them off to the side and keep them off. You can also place the ankle weights onto your wrist if you would like. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and place them onto my ankles. And again, you want to use the ankle weights when you're doing plyometric moves, so nothing where you're jumping or doing any kind of cardio activity. You don't want to put any additional pressure, any additional weight onto your ligaments. So starting with our flow, we're going to come into a child's pose, so sinking your hips towards your heels, knees fall open, toes to touch, extend your arms long out in front, just resting your forehead on the floor, maybe onto a block or a pillow if you want to bring the earth closer towards you. Focusing here on your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. We're going to quickly warm up the body here. By breathing in and out through the nose, you're warming up your body and you're creating that heat inside of your body. Maybe lifting your forearms, lifting your elbows, maybe your palms, pressing your finger pads in towards the floor, feeling that stretch all along your shoulder, maybe down your shoulder blades. Lower your palms back to the floor. Bending your elbows, bringing your palms to touch. You can also draw your thumbs towards the nape of your neck and gently walk your elbows towards the crown of your head, actively pressing your hips in towards your heels, stretching long opposite directions. Focus here is on your triceps. Maybe pressing your chest towards the floor. Gently releasing your hands down towards the floor. Walking your hands over to the right side, placing your left hand on top of your right. To deepen the sensation, you can gently rotate your left shoulder down towards the floor or lifting that left shoulder up away from the floor to lessen it. Actively pressing your left hip in towards your left heel. Hold for the exhale. On your inhale, walk your hands through center over to the left side of your mat, placing your right hand onto your left palm, actively pressing your right hip in towards your right heel. You can rotate your right shoulder down towards the floor to deepen that stretch, or gently lift your right shoulder up. Gently walking your hands back to center, maybe rolling your forehead side to side. All right, let's find some movement in our body before we come to tabletop. Press your hips forward, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Your knees stay bent, toes in towards your hips. Elbows stay tucked in. Lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way down. Extend your legs, tap your toes. Bend your knees, draw your heels into your glutes. Pressing up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the arms. Press your hips back, coming back to your child's pose. Sinking your hips in. Inhale, lift, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Keep the bend in your knees. Lower down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way down. Extend your toes, tap your toes, and bend. Press it up here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press your hips back, child's pose. One more time. Hinge forward, heels in, lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way down. Extend your legs, tap your toes. This time, extend your arms out front. We're going to lift and lower for 5. And release, lift the legs. And release, that's 4. Lift the legs. got 3. Lift the legs. Last 2, lift your arms and your legs. And release. Lift up. And release. Placing your hands back on your shoulders. Bend your knees, heels into your glutes. Knees are so wide. Lifting up for 3, 2, and 1. Press it back to child's pose. Find your breath, find your focus. Rise up, find your tabletop position, stacking your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, maybe bumping your hips side to side here. Let's come back to our breath work. Tuck your toes, hammock your belly down, lift your gaze, deep inhale coming into cow. Untuck your toes, scoop and arch, round your spine, bringing your gaze towards the tops of your thighs. Tuck your toes, hammock your belly, lift your gaze, deep inhale. Exhale as you untuck your toes, finding your cat, round your spine. One more time through, tuck your toes, lift your gaze, deep inhale. On the exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine. Come back to a neutral spine, back is flat. Maybe patter out your toes. Maybe bump your hips side to side. From here, come back, stacking your shoulders over your wrists. We're going to press into your finger pads, lifting your palms for 3, and lower just the right side, and 2. Last 1. Release down. Now the left side, lift your palms and release, pressing your finger pads in towards the floor and lower once more. All right, now we got both. Lift your palms and lower. Engage your abs, lift and lower once more. And release. From here, inhale, lift your left arm high. Exhale, reach your arm under and through the right side body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach it under and through. Once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread your left hand all the way under and through the right side body. Hips stay lifted. Maybe extend your right arm long. Maybe bind your right hand around towards your left hip to allow your left shoulder to open. You can extend your right leg like a kickstand. If your right leg is extended, we're going to lift and lower for 3. And tap. 2. And tap. 1 more. Hold that right leg extended. Plant your right hand back under your shoulder. Press up. Left arm lifts and lowers. Both wrists under your shoulder. Extend your right leg if you had it tucked in. We're going to draw your knee into your elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, tap your right foot to the outside of your left hip. Gaze looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Kick your leg straight back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Draw your right leg over the left side, gazing, looking over. From here, gently release your right knee to the outside of your left, pressing your hips back, feeling that stretch. Trying to keep both knees in contact with the floor. Gently rock forward, press it back 1 more time. Inhale to rise. Come back to that tabletop position with your right knee. Give me a few hip circles here. Keep the right knee bent. And reverse. All right, set the right knee down. Bump your hips side to side. All right, right hand lifts high. Deep inhale. Exhale, reach your right arm under and through the left side body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach your right hand under and through left side body. Inhale, lift last time. Exhale, draw it all the way under and through the left side body. Maybe planting your right ear or cheek to the floor. Option to extend that left arm long out in front of your shoulder. You can bind your left hand around your right hip to open up your left shoulder. You can also extend that left leg long like kickstand. Hips stay squared. From here, lift and lower for 3 and 2. Last 1. Hold that left leg extended. Draw your left hand under your left shoulder. Inhale, lift your right hand high. Exhale, draw it under your right shoulder. Extend your left leg if you previously had it under your hip. Draw your knee to your elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it over the right side body, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, kick it straight back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw that left leg over the right side. Holding here and breathing. Release that left knee outside of your right shin or your right knee. Untuck your right toes and press your hips back. Pressing your arms forward. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, rise up, stacking your shoulders back over your wrist. Press it back one more time. Inhale to rise. Release both knees under your hips with your left knee bent. Draw a few circles here with your left. And then switching sides. All right, plant your left leg. Bump your hips side to side. We're going to come into our flow. Now, we're going to use those blocks. We're going to use those weights. If you have those ankle weights on, keep them just there. Of course, you can always take them off if you'd like. I'm just placing the blocks out in front so I can easily access them, and the weights in between. We will grab them midway through. You bring my notes over here. All right. From your tabletop position, tuck your toes, bring your hands a palm print forward, lift your hips up, coming to our first downward facing dog. Pedal your heels. We're going to start with the right leg. Lower both the heels. Lift your right leg high, three-legged dog, biceps sprain your ears. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. Maybe circle out that right ankle. Maybe reverse the direction. Square out your hips, kick that right leg straight back, flex your right toes. Draw your right knee to your right elbow. Kick it back. Right knee to left elbow. Kick it back. Draw your right knee in toward your nose. Kick it back. Let's do that one more time. Right knee to right elbow. Kick it back. Right knee to left elbow. Now this time, kick your right leg through. Lift your left arm high. Ball and triangle. Lower that right leg so you're in a side plank. You can always lower that bottom right knee down, coming into a side plank with the bottom knee down. From here, lift your left arm high. We're going to crunch down. Draw the left elbow towards your knees and extend. Two more. Crunch and extend. All right, from here, we're going to draw that left foot behind, coming into wild thing. Press your hips up. Draw your left hand down. Come back to downward facing dog. Pedal your heels. All right, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Step your right foot in between your palms. Seal that left foot. So we're going to come into warrior one. So your left foot's at 45. Your right foot is facing in front. From here, rise up. Draw your right hand under your left. Coming into eagle arms like so. You can grab opposite elbows or opposite palms. Left leg is straight, right knee is bent. We're going to tap down for 5. And lift. Things slow and control. Humble warrior, tap down. And lift. Bring it down. And lift. That's it. Give me one more. Rise up. Sweep your arms up high overhead. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Straighten that front right leg. Now we're in pyramid. From here, holding and breathing. We're going to hinge forward. We're going to grab that block. Place it inside your right foot. Sweep your right arm high. Revolve pyramid. Circle out your wrist. Maybe circle out your shoulder. That left heel is sealed. From here, we're going to bend into that right leg, coming into revolved pyramid. Set that right leg down, coming back to pyramid, straighten out the legs. Bend into that front right leg, lift your left leg. Once more, slowly lower that left leg, straighten the legs, hinge forward. We're gonna hold it here, revolve pyramid, and we're gonna tap down for 5, and lift. That's 3, looking up to that right hand, 2, and 1. Lower the foot down, coming into warrior 2. Holding here and breathing. From here, we're going to bend into that right knee, finding your half moon. Hand to the block or the floor. Whoop. Left arm is high, left leg is high. Flex your left toes. Draw your knee into your chest for 3. Kick it straight back. That's 2. And 1 more. We're holding here. We're going to pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, coming back to warrior 2. Right knee is bent. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Slow and controlled. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend to that front right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. 2 more. 1 more. Find the deepest bend into your front right knee. Arms extended out long, opposite directions. Reverse your work. Tuck your left hand behind your back or down your left leg. Right bicep to right ear. Try to high five that wall behind you. Come back through warrior 2, extended side angle. You can bring that right hand to your right knee, left bicep to left ear. You can extend that right arm long. You can hover in space, draw it forward, any variation. Holding and breathing. Draw that left arm up high. Bring that leg straight. Coming into triangle. Rotate that left arm down. That left arm comes back. Stack your shoulders. We're going to lower that left arm for 5. And lift. That's 2. 3. I just went in reverse. All right, hold it here in triangle, reverse. Keep that leg straight. Holding here and breathing. All right, we're going to pivot the toes. Cartwheel your hands down, framing your right foot. Grab one weight in each hand. So both of your toes are facing in front now. We're going to rise up, high crescent. From here, hinge forward, arms sweep back. Use your abs to hover and lift. Keep that back left heel lifted. Arms come back and rise. Shoulders stacked over your hips, hinge forward and lift. Keep it going. That's it. Give me 1 more. All right, we're going to hold that hinge forward. Arms stay back. Lift off of that back left leg coming into bird. You can always lower your hands down to the block or the floor. That left leg is straight, left toes are flexed. From here, we're going to L step, lower and tap for 10. And lift. 9. That's 8. 7. 6 more. Halfway there. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Hold that left leg lifted. Now we're going to pulse it for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna rise up. Draw that left knee forward, arms overhead. We're gonna kick it back, sweep the arms back, legs back. 2 more. Rise up. Left knee high, flex left toes. Kick it straight back. Woo. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Rise up. Holding and breathing, standing single leg mountain. Just gonna face you guys. Left knee is lifted. Bend the elbows, cactus the arms, open up the hip, and rise. Bend open, and rise. One more. Hold it here. We're gonna come into tree. So left foot comes into the inside of your right leg. Your right leg is your base. Stand nice and tall. From here, we're gonna alternate. Cow face arms, right arm up, left arm back, and switch. Notice how challenging it is as you move your upper body. All right, gently lower that left leg. Bring the weight back down. We're going to do the other side because one side's not enough. You want to keep everything symmetrical. Step or hop your feet back, coming back to your downward facing dog. Pedal your heels. Lifting and lowering one at a time. Lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Flex your left toes. Bend, stack your left knee. Maybe circle out your left ankle. Square out your hips. Flex your left toes. Draw your left knee to your left elbow. Kick it back. Left knee to right elbow. Kick it back. Left knee to nose. Kick it back. Left knee to left elbow. Kick it back. Left knee to right. Holding. Kick it through. Fallen triangle. Lift your right arm high. Draw that left leg back. From here, you can always lower that bottom left knee. First side plank. Draw that right arm high. Crunch it down for a 3. And extend. That's 2. And 1 more. All right, find your wild thing. Draw that right leg behind you. Press your hips forward. Coming to that hour knife edge of your left foot. Come back down. Right hand comes down. Find your downward facing dog. Pedal your heels. Keep it here. Find your breath. All right, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Step your left foot between your palms. Seal that right foot. That bend maintains into your left knee. Rise up, warrior 1. This time, sweep your left arm under the right, coming into eagle arms just to show you. Arms in front, left arm under right. You can grab opposite shoulders or palms. Holding and breathing, catch your breath. On your next exhale, humble warrior, crunch down and rise. Crunch down and rise. Keep it going. That back right heel is sealed to the floor. And rise. Hi, kids. 2 more. Last one. All right, rise up, sweep your arms overhead. Straighten that front left leg. Now you're in pyramid. Bump your left hip back, right hip forward, shoulders stacked over your hips. From here, we're going to hinge forward. Place that block on the inside of your right foot. Bend into your left knee. Lift your right leg high. I'm just going to step back. That pampas grass always gets in my face. All right, step into your left leg. Revolve pyramid. Lower down. Straighten your legs. You can widen your stance or shorten it. Press into that left knee, lift up, and lower. One more. On this one, hold it lifted. From here, we're going to lower and tap. And lift. And lower. And lift. Two more. All right, on the next one, plant your right leg down. Bend into that left knee. Widen your stance if you need to. Find your warrior two. Arms are out to a T. All right, we're going to bend into that left knee. Coming into half moon. Lift your right leg high. Open up your hip. Flex your right toes. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Left hand to the floor or block. Holding and breathing. From here, draw your knee to your chest. Kick it straight back. Knee to your chest. Find a focal point. One more. Hold it here. Pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend to that front knee. Lower your back foot. Come back to your warrior two. Find your stance. Inhale, lengthen your front left leg, arms overhead, and bend. Inhale, lengthen, and bend. Stay with it. Maybe bending deeper into that front left knee each time. You draw your arms back out to a T. Stay with it. We have that mini flow coming up next. 2 more. One more. On this next one, come deep into that left knee. Arms are out to a T. Holding and breathing. Reverse your warrior. Tuck your right hand behind your back or down your right leg. High five that wall behind you. Come back through warrior two. Draw your left hand down towards your left knee. Right bicep to right ear. You can also extend that left arm long. Maybe hover in space. Maybe draw your arm forward. Holding and breathing. Straighten that front left leg. Reach your right arm high. Left arm down. Coming into pyramid. Holding and breathing. Maybe rotate your right arm back, opening up your triangle. Stack your shoulders. Tap your right hand to your left. And lift. Try to make that connection. Right palm to left. Maybe right palm to left elbow. Stay with it. And lift. Two more. One more. All right, coming back to your triangle. Reverse your triangle. Tuck your right hand behind your back. High five that wall behind you. As you cartwheel down, bending into your front left knee. You can place those blocks in front of you. Grab those weights. So pivot your toes, both of your toes. Ooh, my towel is not my friend today. Pivot your toes. We're going to rise up. Arms overhead, coming into high crescent. Hinge forward, sweep your arms back. And rise. Hinge forward. Maintain that bend in your front left knee. Rise up. Hinge forward. And rise. Hinge forward. 2 more. You've got it. On the next one, hold the hinge forward, arms stay sweep back, or down to blocks. Lift that right leg high. Coming into bird, flex your right toes. So try not to point. Keep the toes flexed. Try to keep that leg straight. If you have a micro bend, that's okay. Hold that leg straight. We're going to have L step. Lower that right leg for 10. And lift. 9. Hips are squared. 8 more. That's 7. And 6. You're halfway there. Stay with it. Don't stop now. Think slow and controlled. 3 more. Come back to your starting point. Really lift that right leg high. On the next one, I want you to hold that right leg as high as you can. Pulse it for 10. 9. I know it burns. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. We're going to rise up. Have a soft bend to that left knee. Rise up. Deep bend to your front right leg. Flex your foot. Standing single leg mountain. Hinge forward. Sweep your arms back. Kick your right leg straight back. Rise up. 2 more times. Right knee high. Hinge forward. You got 1 more. Rise up. Hold it here and standing single leg mountain. I'm just going to face you guys. Arms stay up high overhead. Flex your right toes. Bend your elbows. Open up your hip. Drop back in line. Open your hip. Cactus your arms. Draw everything back in line. Bend and open. Back in line. 2 more. Ground through your standing left leg. That left leg is your base. 1 more. All right, hold it here. Seal that right foot to the inside of your left leg. Come to cow face arms. Back high V. And switch. High V. Maybe noticing how one tree might be different than the other, might be easier. Maybe one cow face arm is easier. Rise up. Bring your right leg down. Shake out your feet. All right. We are going to come down to the floor. We are going to use 1 block. So keep that block with you. You can set the weights off to the side. Just 1 block is needed. All right. We still have those ankle weights on. Commit to them. From here, feet are hip width apart and parallel. Feet are grounded. Arms are out in front. Roll back, slow and controlled. Think the slower the better. You're using your lower abs here, so draw your navel deep into your spine. Think the waistband of your pants or your shorts comes first, then each vertebrae all the way down. Slow and controlled. Releasing 1 vertebrae at a time. Once you get there, block overhead, tap the floor, and then we're drawing that block back overhead, out in front, roll up. Using your upper abs here, keep your navel pulled into your spine, rolling up. Try to keep those feet grounded. Maybe a little hint here, that weight, that ankle weight is helping you. You can also extend your legs straight. Once you rise up, stacking your shoulders over your hips, slow and controlled, roll back. Getting nice and cozy. So drawing your navel deep in your spine as you roll back, using those lower abs. On the roll up, we're using more of our upper core. Arms overhead. Tap that block. Thumbs towards the floor. And lift overhead. Roll up. Slow and controlled. Upper abs here. You've got it. Stack your shoulders over your hips. This time, let's raise that block overhead. Draw it forward, and then roll back. Hold that block forward on the full roll back. That's it. Once you get there, all the way down, tap that block overhead. I want you to think the slower, the better. The last person to finish is the winner here. Rolling up, upper abs, 1 vertebrae at a time. Try not to lift your toes. Stack the shoulders over your hips, rise up, and draw it forward. Let's do 3 more because they're so fun. Roll back, slow and controlled. Keep it going. Once you get there, full roll back. Tap the block. Everyone having fun yet? Draw the block back up over in front. Frankenstein arms, roll up, one vertebrae at a time. If you start to shake, that's a good thing. Stack your shoulders over your hips, rise up, back down. Just 2 more. You got it. Keep the knees bent, keep your feet planted. Slow roll back. Lower abs. Once you come all the way down, tap that block overhead. All right, one more full set here. We're gonna roll up, we're gonna roll back, and then we're gonna find a crunch hold. Roll up. Stack the shoulders, arms overhead, arms forward, Frankenstein arms, roll back. This time 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 1, and lower all the way down. Once you get there, tap that block overhead. Come back. We're going to find a crunch hold from here with your knees bent, with that block between your palms. We're going to crunch up and release. Crunch up and release. Just a tiny crunch up. Firing up more of those upper abs. And release. Crunch up and release. Give me 3 more. 2. And 1. Hold the crunch. Bend your knees so your knees are over your hips. We have bicycle legs, so extend your right leg. Draw that block under the left side. Come back through, switch sides. So you're holding your shoulders off the floor. You're crunching. Drawing that block under and through. 1 more on each side. And then we're going to switch directions. All right, draw both knees in. From here, we're going to extend your left leg and draw the block under the right. Keep it going. Just passing that block slowly under the bent knee. Your left leg is long to a hover. All right, bend your knees. Place that block on top of your shins so your knees are bent, your elbows are wide, your shins are parallel to the floor, shoulders are lifted. We're going to extend the legs long to a hover and bend. Try not to block that, try not to drop that block. Extend and bend. 3 more. Extend and bend. All right, 1 more. Release it down. Place that block between your thighs. Plant your feet down. Plant your head into the floor. Your neck, your head is along that floor. Palms by your side. Heels in close to your glutes. Ground through your toes. Squeeze that block. Do not let that block go at any cost. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, and lower and tap. Squeeze, lift, lower and tap. That's it. Stay with it. Squeeze, lift, lower, tap. Keep it going. Hips come up straight. Squeeze. Hips lower. Squeeze. 3 more after this one. All right. Now you got 2 more. Squeeze, lift. Squeeze, lower. On the next one, hold the hips lifted. From here, gentle squeeze of that block. Squeeze and squeeze, palms pressing into the floor. Avoid scrunching your shoulders up to your ears. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your hips down. Release that block between your thighs. Draw your knees into your chest. Curl yourself into a tiny ball, chin to chest. You can grab the back side of your legs. You can grab your shins, opposite wrists, opposite elbows, maybe rolling side to side. Extend your arms and legs long in opposite direction. Tiny arch in your back. Tuck your knees back into your chest. Grab the outside of your feet. Now, you can also grab the backside of your thighs or your calves. We're going to come to a rocker, holding the legs straight, and roll back. That's it, one more. All right, roll up. Cross your ankles. Come find a comfortable seated position. Extend your right leg long. Draw the sole of your left foot inside your right leg. Bring your right hand down inside your right leg. Left arm comes up high overhead. Just gazing, looking out under your left shoulder, your left armpit. On your next inhale, hold it. Exhale as you rotate your left arm down, framing your right foot, bringing your nose towards your knee, heart towards your thigh. Gently rotate that left shoulder down. So we're not opening up that shoulder, we're keeping it nice and closed. Maybe draw your elbows down towards the floor. Gently roll up slowly. Switching sides. Left leg comes long, draw the sole of your right foot inside your left leg. Left hand comes down to the inside of your left leg, right arm sweeps up high overhead. Maybe gaze now underneath your armpit. Hold it on the inhale. On your exhale, gently rotate your right arm down, framing your left foot. Rotating that right shoulder down, keeping both hips grounded. Maybe bringing your nose towards your knee, heart towards your thigh. Maybe reaching the crown of your head toward the tip of your toes. Maybe bringing your forearms down. Gently roll up on your next inhale. Extend your right leg long. From here, hands out in front. We're just going to walk our arms gently out in front. You can point, flex, or relax your toes. You want to try to keep both hips on the floor. You can also bring a block, maybe placing your forehead onto a block out in front of you. And just gently folding forward. Hold it here. Hold it on the exhale. Walk your hands back to the center. With your knees still wide, we're just going to bring the soles of the feet together, coming to a butterfly. You can grab opposite foot. You can grab the same foot. Just butterfly the knees open, maybe alternating. Maybe both at the same time. Chest is nice and lifted, crown of your head up towards the ceiling as if someone has a string on the crown of your head, pulling you up nice and tall. If you'd like to deepen your lower back stretch here, gently extend your legs out so you're in more of a diamond shape with your legs. And then placing your hands, palms facing up under your calf. And then placing your palms on the top shoelace portion of your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Bringing the crown of your head towards your big toes. Maybe your arch. Hello. Maybe towards your heel. Holding here and breathing. Come here, kiss. Come here. Holding and breathing. Holding here and breathing. And then gently release your bind of your hands, rolling up, roll your shoulders back, roll them forward, arms up high overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Fantastic work, everyone. Thank you so very much. This was this week's edition of Yogalates. If you like it, let me know. If you want to use certain equipment, let me know. Thank you all so much. Have a fantastic rest of your day.